if you're a nail professional, how do you go about picking the perfect salon environment to work in? What do you look for in a salon ultimately? We're going to talk about this right now on Biz Talk. This is an interesting topic because it's key for nail professionals.
Why are we talking so slow?
Because as I was talking, I was like, wait a second. What are we talking about again? For a split second, I forgot.
Wheel was turning.
Yeah, one little hamster in there was like...
It's dead. It's been dead for a while.
Like squeaking wheels, like just back and forth. There's nothing left upstairs. Okay, you're a nail professional. You're looking... Let's make some assumptions here. Or let's not... Instead of making assumptions, let's not be so concerned with where you're at maybe in your nail tech career. Okay. Or maybe that matters. I don't know. I guess if you're a beginner, it does. Okay. So let's not talk about it. Let's include all of it.
I don't know what
It's
we're doing
really
at this
confusing.
Point. Yes.
This
are we
episode.
not paying attention or we are paying? I don't know.
Here, Tracy, what do you look for if you're trying to find a home as a nail professional in a salon? Commission? You looking for a booth rent? All of it. Let's go beginner to advanced. Let's just throw it all on the wall and see what sticks.
It depends on
yes
the
and
person.
no.
Yes, it is. Yeah, yes and no, because each person's different.
Yeah.
It really is.
Really? Each person is different? Sorry.
It's just too much. Too much. This has been gone. It's been going on too long.
It's been going on too long. It's true.
It's a lot of hours together.
It's a lot of hours, especially the last 4 months,
Yes.
man. Okay.
So, typically, as a person straight out of school, you can't maybe afford going straight into a booth rent situation.
Okay.
Right? So either way, whether you can or you can't, there are things that you want to look for.
Okay.
Location is key.
Okay.
When you're building. And I always please, if you can, find a place that has other nail techs. Now, people take this as, I don't want to do that because I want to be the only nail tech and then I get the business. Typically, and I'm always tiptoeing because I don't want to offend anybody.
Yeah.
That maybe this isn't you, but typically, if you were me, I didn't know what the heck I was doing when I came out of school.
Okay.
Didn't know. So I went into a salon that had, was it eight or nine?
Nail techs.
Yeah. So it was perfect. Now, some people consider that competition. Well, I want all the... No, they fed me such valuable information and let me watch them, and they taught me, and I was able to do repairs on their clients, which helped me practice.
Was it a commission setup? I don't remember.
I went straight into commission.
Okay.
Yeah.
In the beginning.
Yes. I was fortunate enough, we've talked about this, my husband and I decided well, we can, for 6 months kind of float that you're not making anything. And then we have to relook and reevaluate after.
And then
6
it's
months.
either bring in the dough, Tracy, or you're fired, right? Kind of a sitch.
Fire me.
Okay.
I quit as a wife a long time ago. Ask him.
Yeah.
Poor Stan.
So you were looking for that. You went commission. I like commission initially because it takes the pressure off a lot, right? And then you can focus on learning.
Yeah.
Kind of like what you're saying.
So booth rent for me, but it wasn't. That's not normal. That's not.
Wait.
I want booth rent.
Oh, I thought you said commission.
Did I say commission?
I think you said commission.
I meant booth rent.
Okay, so you wanted a booth rent initially.
Yeah.
Okay, but you'd recommend somebody go into commission.
I'm gonna have to watch the beginning of this.
Rewatch it. You said commission. I'm right. We'll see. We'll rewind the tape and we'll see.
Booth rent.
Okay, so you started in booth rent.
Yeah.
Okay.
But typically, people can't afford to do that.
Yeah. Okay,
so
that's right.
That's where commission can come in. If you can find a good salon that has a lot of hairdressers, a lot of nail techs, and they're busy. Again, location is important in both.
Walk-in. No, I mean, is that something that you hey, starting a walk-in salon so you get traffic and?
If you have a walk-in salon that is in a good location and they're busy, Heck yeah.
Okay.
Because this is going to do a couple things. People are coming to you constantly, and you're going to get that practice in.
Okay.
And then you can decide, oh no, I want to go into an appointment kind of situation.
Yeah.
Or whatever it is, a booth rent situation.
So, I mean, would you say that when the salon that you worked in, it was kind of a blend, right? I mean, most were appointments, but they took walk-ins. Is that kind of like a common?
Yes. You'll see it every once in a while in a normal salon. You'll see someone walk in, but that's not.
Okay.
That's
okay.
not typical. Mostly it's call or by appointment.
Okay, got it.
Rarely would I have someone walk by and go, "Hey, I wanted to see if you guys had anything."
Yeah, I don't even like that with getting a haircut. I don't like going to I don't like just walking into like I want to know the person that's cutting my hair. I'll make an appointment, I'll set it up, and I just prefer that personally.
Personally, so do I.
Yeah.
But that's the beautiful thing, because a lot of people say, oh, these walk-in places are... No, there is business for both.
Sure, of
and
course.
there are people
Depends
that
on who you
don't
are.
want to make an appointment.
Yeah.
I just happen to have time right now.
I want to walk in.
I'm going to walk in somewhere, and that's perfect. That they have clientele.
Great.
And there's people like us that I want an appointment. I want to know when I go in that my person's ready for me.
For sure.
And there's full clientele for that too.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so if you're starting out, then maybe commission, maybe a place that is, got nail techs there so that you can learn, you can aid in the way of repairs and start getting some experience, maybe take a little bit of their flow over. Like, it's a good way to kind of get started.
Yep.
Look at location, where the salon is as well, so there's location is always a good key.
If you have, again, not necessarily because they're going to be walking in, but if someone's driving by in the same place every day and they're like, oh yeah, you know what, I need to get my nails done.
Oh, I got you.
I see that place every day. It looks like a nice place. And then that's, so that's why the location.
Okay.
There's two parts to that. So when I opened a salon, I did not go into a location that was visible. It was not a typical salon location. Now, every once in a while, I could take someone straight out of school because of the overflow situation that I had going on.
Okay.
And I could get them the training and the experience and the practice with the people.
Okay.
So you have to ask questions.
Yeah.
If you are like, oh, but this salon's super cool. It's really trendy. It's tucked in, it's 10 miles out of town, and it's tucked in this little corner that nobody can see, and they have no overflow. That's probably not where you want to start out at.
Yeah, unless the only thing I would say is today, if you have a salon that is tucked in a corner somewhere, but they are really good on marketing their salon on social media, and they're driving traffic where people are like, I got to check, because that's kind of the new drive-by, right? It's like you drive by on Instagram,
Yep.
and they're visible. That's a different story.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. Then they have overflow.
Right.
Yeah. And if they don't have the overflow and it's tucked away, and maybe they're not marketing, which we see all the time. That's another subject.
Yeah, it's another subject, of course.
Because I hear people are like, I want to go to this salon. They don't really market that much on IG, but they do not want me to market myself. Because...
I don't like that.
No, right?
Yeah, no, I don't like that.
Because the salon doesn't want people going to them and then following them if they leave.
But that's part of the salon business.
It is.
I mean,
but you would be surprised how many salons are doing that, like telling them, no, you can't do an IG yourself.
Yeah, no, that to me, okay, so there's a lot of layers to this question
I know we start spinning off. Yeah, but I just thought about that. Yeah.
No, it's a good point, and I would just tell you straight up, that's not a place that you should probably go to, because they're trying to they're trying to control every situation. You can't. You want people to stay. I mean, you need to have a good place where people are going to work, maybe be nice to people, treat them well. You know what I mean? Offer things that maybe other salons don't. Like, there needs to be good communication between the owner and the people working at the salon. Open lines of communication is also very important. But ultimately, those are the things that will allow somebody to keep them in the salon so that they don't leave. You can't control. I mean, imagine if I was like, I'm just thinking of situations if I was like, you're never leaving, Tracy, like, and you're gonna sign this and sign that, and you not allowed. You can't tell somebody you can't have your own IG. That's insane.
They're trying it. So here's the importance of asking questions, doing your homework and asking questions.
Definitely.
And I think sometimes, just in general, when any job you go to a job, you might feel like, I can't ask questions. They're asking questions of me. I want the job. I'm not gonna. There are important things.
Yeah.
Do they have an Instagram? Can you have your own Instagram? What is their
Huge.
overflow like?
Totally.
Are they friendly about maybe helping you and showing you things like these? Do your homework.
Yeah, definitely do your homework. Those are really, really good questions to ask. The thing is that the salon should encourage you to like build your social media following and your Instagram. And like, if you're going to leave, ultimately you're going to leave. Like, there's nothing the salon can do about that. While the person is there, support, maybe they can show you things, but especially if they don't have an Instagram, it doesn't matter if they have one or they don't have one. They shouldn't be telling you can't have your own. Yeah. But especially if they're not marketing themselves and they're not allowing you, that's a huge red flag right there.
And then they have control of it too. I've seen it. I can't post on IG. They only want me to let them post, but it's mostly a hair place, so they rarely post nails. It's just a really bad situation.
I think I remember that question coming up actually during OWC. A few of the attendees.
OWC or trade show. I can't remember when I talked to this person, but I've heard it a couple times.
I've had a couple people tell me about it. Now I'm remembering at OWC saying like, well, I can post on the salon, but I'm not allowed to post on my own. I just don't. Now that I'm thinking about it, like it sounds crazy to me. Like, I don't know how you tell somebody you can't post on your own individual.
Well, back in the day, it was, you can't give out your cell phone number to your clients.
That's like me telling people here, everybody, your individual accounts, you can't post anything that's nail related. Like, that's psycho.
All it's going to do is drive business to the salon, because people, if they're following you, they're going to be like, where do you go? Oh, I go here. Oh, and we offer hair, we offer skin, we offer, I'm going to just make it a one-stop shop.
Exactly.
People don't think.
I know.
Think it through sometimes.
I think those are like really understanding the salon's sort of like policies, like kind of like what you're saying. What am I allowed to do? What am I not? What is the commission structure if it's commission?
Yeah.
Obviously, if it's booth rent, you're just renting, and then you're kind of on your own.
Still have to ask those questions because
booth rent.
Oh yeah, because there are so many salon owners out there that do booth rent because they don't want to pay the taxes and they don't want to do all that, but then they want the control. You can only come in on these hours. You don't get a key to the place. You can't post on your own IG because I don't want people leaving my place to go. It happens in booth rent, but that is not booth rent. Technically, that is not booth rent.
Yeah.
If you are a booth renter, you have a key. You can come and go as you please. You can price as you please.
Correct.
You can have your own IG. That is booth renting. A lot of people do not follow those rules.
Okay, so you need to ask those questions too. If there's a place that offers booth rent, you need to ask those questions. You need to have an understanding and educate yourself on what you're allowed to do if you're booth renting. You know what I mean? Talk to somebody in your local. I don't know the laws in every state and county and city and all that stuff. Maybe it differs. I don't know. I know California, how that is. I mean, it's pretty strict on like independent contractor versus employee. I mean, they put some laws in recently, and like it's pretty strict. But if booth renting, those, you need to ask those questions, what Tracy went through, and you need to find out, because ultimately you want to find a place. I mean, if you're just starting out, you're getting experience. I think maybe, I'm not saying you should lower the bar, but maybe like you don't want to get so caught up in like, I'm going to find the perfect location. Like, you got to get out and work, right?
Well, you know why they do that.
Why? Who does what?
I've seen that too. And it's because they're afraid of moving. If I move around, it looks bad.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. And no, that's not true. That's not true. If it takes 3 places for you to find the perfect place, it doesn't matter. Clients will follow you.
Right.
If they are happy with your work. But yeah, I've seen that people are like so caught up in finding, I can't keep moving because that looks bad.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's that fine line of like some people obsess on like, I need the absolute perfect place, and they're never happy wherever they are.
True,
right.
true.
So like, you don't want that situation. You need a good balance, right? No matter what in any business or career, there's going to be issues and problems that come up that you have to deal with, right? Even if it's the quote unquote perfect place, there's going to be problems. There's going to be issues. There's going to be, you're going to get into discussions
We're
with
dealing with humans.
you're dealing with people. So like, even if it's a great fit, there's still going to be challenges, and communicate. That's why communication's so key. So in finding a place, whether it's booth rent or whether it's commission, you want to make sure the person, it's hard to know this, but through maybe working there, you will know, and not to be afraid to like, this is not a right fit for me. I got to go,
Yep.
I got to go. And I mean, I've heard situations of like some techs telling me, the owner of the salon is like verbally abusive. And I'm like, dude, you got to get out now.
Time to leave.
It's time to go.
They're like legit scared.
Yeah, exactly. So like, look, if I was starting in this, and I'm looking for a place, right? I'm going to ask questions. I'm going to do my research. I'm going to ask those questions you were talking about, obviously about marketing myself, Instagram. I'm going to talk about booth renting. Do I get a key? Can I come and go as I please? Who's purchasing the products? Obviously if it's commission, they should. If you're booth renting, you're on your own. You get to use whatever you want. I'm going to ask all those questions, but also I'm not going to get caught up in this idea of like, I got to find the absolute perfect place, because the only way you're going to know is by doing it. So after I make a decision, I'm just going to I'm going to go and I'm going to start working in a place, see how it goes.
Yeah.
See how it goes for 6 months, 12 months. Okay, it's time for a change. I'm going to make a change. And then that ultimately you'll settle into a place that you're comfortable in. You'll find your groove. You'll find your, as they say, find your people. And from there, like, I think you're going to have a nice, like, a place that you can go to every day that you're going to be happy and super stoked about. But it's a process. It's a process.
Absolutely.
So let us know your take on this. How do you go about finding that place, that salon where you're basically your nail home? Let us know in the comments below. Tracy, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for joining us, and we will see you next time on Biz Talk.